next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Fritz the Producer, back at it with another episode with the On the Radar Beat Breakdown Producer Series. Today, I got a special guest, Blxst, in the building.
Yes, sir.
Like, bro, you are like one of them ones, man. Like, you know,
thank you.
From producing, songwriting, and also an artist, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm just appreciative for you to pull up today, bro, and just talk about the record that you know you're about to break down.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So talk about it. What song that you're going to break it down today for us?
So I just dropped the album called Labor of Love.
Okay.
And it's this song on there called Ruin, featuring Sasha Keable, a beautiful singer from London, you know. She's just a soulful, beautiful voice. So I just wanted to match that energy on this song. And it's the epitome of a Blxst song from the sonics of it, the context of the lyrics. I think the people will be interested.
That's fire, bro. And how did you two end up linking up and just, you know, going about making this record?
And I'm a huge fan of UK R&B.
Okay.
So like the Cleo Souls and the Adele, Olivia Dean, Sasha Keable as well, even El Mean.
Okay.
So I seen she was in LA actually when I was working on this album, and I just shot my shot. I was like, I need you on the album. And it turned out she was a fan too, because she went to one of my shows I did in Amsterdam before I even met her. So it was like a full circle moment for us to actually get in.
That's fire, bro. Like, what was the energy like just being in the studio with her and just like making this record?
It was fire because these days you don't really get to work with an artist in person and really like collaborate, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of like sending out.
Yeah. So to see her process was inspiring for me as well as an artist and a producer. I look at her as like a producer too, because she was like helping me with the format of the production and like telling me that this part should go right here. And we was arranging the session together.
That's fine. And
it just felt real collaborative. You know, I don't really experience that a lot. I do a lot of songs in isolation, so it was a good vibe.
That's fine, man. You need like good energy and good vibes like that in sessions, you know. And like you said, there's a lot of, when it comes to making records, it's always like, okay, you sending this record out,
right,
and then you gotta wait for them to give it back and stuff like that. So that's fire that you actually you got a chance to work with her in person. What would you say in this project? Like, what was like one of your favorite records?
One of my favorite records, it's a song called Right Back. That's track 2. So the first song is like a monologue, but track 2 is an official song.
Okay.
And that song is just set the tone for the whole album. It's pretty much my mental state and where I'm at right now. Like that moment when you got to look yourself in the mirror, like I'm that guy, you know, and the mission ain't done yet. We still got more work to do.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so like overall with the song, well, the project, I would say it's more like the vibe is more like a neo soul, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cheyenne Wright.
Yeah. Oh, Cheyenne Wright.
Cheyenne Wright, excuse me. Just talk about like just collaboration. Original voices.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, child.
For sure. So Cheyenne Wright, if you know Blxst and you've been to any of my shows, she do background vocals on all my tours. And she cold. She from LA, beautiful voice, down to earth, LA girl. And this was the first time we officially got to collab. But for this song, it was a deep message in it. You know, me talking about my dad and, you know, him having multiple baby mamas and stuff like that. And me not wanting to be an apple that fall too close to that tree. You feel me? So, and I got kids as well. And I'm just trying to change the generational curse. So it's an interesting song, especially to make for, as a Black man in my generation. I feel like it's kind of going against the grain of certain topics a lot of people would touch on.
Yeah.
But it's real shit that we go through every day that niggas can relate to, you know?
Yeah, you need that in music nowadays. You know, a lot of songs, we incorporate that. It's just making music.
Right.
So you need that. But let's talk about, you know, your career, how you started and where you at now. So how did you get into like into music pretty much?
How did I get into music? I was introduced to music from my uncle. He was heavy on East Coast hip hop. So Wu-Tang Clan, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, anything under that umbrella. And then my mom and my big sister, they used to play a lot of like neo soul. So like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, D'Angelo, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
So that was like the era where I felt like I was just born into it, where it was in my DNA. Like every day they have a vinyl on, or it'll just be playing on TV, and this will be the song that's in the back of my head. But later down the line, we used to always like remix. Me and my sister used to always remix songs, like as a game for fun. Like
that.
Yeah.
Mixtape.
Yeah, that's how I started producing too, like remaking beats that I like.
Okay.
So it was like a game of mimicking. That's how I started. And then I ran into the YouTube era where Ryan Leslie was breaking down everything. And he was in the studio and he was jumping on every instrument. Then he'd get in the booth and start singing. So that inspired me to approach the game like that. I wanted to wear multiple hats. And that's what made me the artist I am today.
That's fire. So you basically started off as a producer,
yeah,
and then got into like the artists and stuff.
Yeah,
that's tough. So, do you find it like difficult in a sense where it's like when you're making a beat, and then like let's say you hear another artist and it's like, I want this. Let me take this. Like, do you ever come across that?
Not really, cause I never really like was the producer that made beats for other people. Like, it was always a necessity to make it for myself.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like, let me produce this for this artist. Like, I always had it in mind for me.
Okay.
So I think now it became hard that I want to collaborate with people, because I always consider myself first. It's hard to get me out the way. Like, you know, that makes sense.
Also, basically like working with other producers, you would say, in that sense, or is it just like the overall?
It's not. I'm saying in the sense of like, now that I make beats and I want to collaborate with different people, it's hard to not have me in mind first. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it don't make sense.
It makes sense. Because it's just like you do everything. You're doing everything already. So
yeah, because I'm an artist too. So it's like I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm producing for me. So for me to have another artist in mind is like a rare thing. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. But it be like that though sometimes. But you gotta try to like, you know, challenge yourself. Be like, hey, let me see if I can get this.
Yeah, not fast.
You feel me? So it don't hurt to try that.
Yeah.
So what inspired your name Blxst?
Honestly, bro, I made that shit up when I was like 16, just on the fly. Like, I just wanted something that sounded cool. And as I got a little older, I'm like, let me change this shit, because it didn't have no significance to me and who I felt I was as an artist. But then I had kids, and I was like, you know what, Blxst sound like a superhero. I'm a dad now. Fuck it, I'm gonna run with it. I'm Blxst, a superhero. So that's how I switched it mentally to stick with it. Yeah.
So, and which record would you say changed your life?
Chosen, for sure. Chosen, that's the one that took it over the top. Shout out to TikTok for that too.
That's crazy, because we were just talking about that earlier, because like that's how I ended up like, about more of your songs and stuff like that. And I didn't know you produced at that time.
Yeah.
I just thought you was just an artist, and then come to find out, I'm like, oh shoot, this guy produced. He's also a songwriter and stuff like that too. So that's just like one of them records, bro. Till this day.
Yeah, that's about,
Till
man.
this day, man.
It's about, that shit changed my financial situation too. So shout out to Chosen.
That shit was the chosen one.
Exactly.
The chosen one. How would you describe your sound overall?
I would describe my sound as effortless. It's like, West Coast, but it's still elevated. It still make you want to dance and have fun. And it's family orientated. Like, when I think of my music as a whole, sonically, I picture like a family function, like you in the backyard, barbecuing, two-stepping with your grandma. You know, it just felt like everybody can get involved with what's going on.
And going back to the project, who are some other artists that you've had on this project?
So I got Cheyenne Wright on here, Sasha Keable, Big Sad 1900, another artist from LA. And then I got Love Rich TT. She do spoken word on the album, but she's an artist too. She from the Bay Area. Okay. And all these artists just was on my radar as I was creating the album and was just down to work.
And like, what were some of like the difficulty, points of like you would say when it came to creating this project, putting that together? Because, artists and producers, I think one of the main things is just like, when it comes to creating projects and records, they probably just think like, okay, we could just do this and shit. But like, what was some of the like hard points that you would point?
I would say for me, just having the patience to be able to do every detail in the project is kind of different, because I was producing, songwriting, engineering myself. So it's kind of tedious at times to where I'm the only critic in the room. And it's just about trusting your process. I think for me, that was a challenging part though, because I came up around a lot of different artists. Like when I first started making music, I was in a group of like 10 different artists. And then once I started doing my solo thing, it was just like I had to trust myself, which it has its perks too, because to be able to have my hands on everything is what I wanted when I first started. Yeah.
And would you say like moving forward, like working on another project, would you say you'll kind of be more open to collaborating more with other artists or even other producers in a sense? Like, would you be more open to that?
For sure. I think Labor of Love was just a foundation so I could have an identity within the industry. Like, I'm a producer, I'm an artist, what I stand for as far as the lyrics. Now it's time to spread my wings and work with other artists and take it across the world, And I feel like in order to go further and bigger, you got to go together. So just want to push the community as a whole.
That's a start. That's what it starts at. So who's some of the producers would you say like you would want to like work with?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously the legends. I think of Pharrell and Kanye West. I was a big fan of like artist producers. So like the Pharrells, Ryan Leslie, Kanye West. Okay. Trying to think of some ones that I would work with. Now, I just did some shit with Overcast, E-Hard.
Yeah. Shout out Overcast.
Yeah.
Fire.
Another artist producer. I don't know. I kind of get thrown off of these type of questions because it's like whatever's fresh on the mind. Yeah.
I mean, have you come across like, because Instagram or social media itself, like it always shows you like the upcoming producers or just producers that's already established in the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And you like, this kid is fire. Like,
yeah.
Have you come across somebody that's like, that caught your attention?
Yeah, it's this 16-year-old kid his name is Aaron the Bassist. He's from Europe. He cold. If you ain't tapped in, he played a bass, but he also got a collective with his brother and the homies, but they cold and they got a certain pocket that's like in alignment with what I do as far as like keeping that soul and that knock a lot of that music soul child that,
That's tough.
But it just feel relevant too. So shout out Aaron the Bassist.
It's crazy because we had this kid, what's his name? He's a 16-year-old. He's from out here. He's from Queens.
Yeah.
He got a whole collective, like a whole producer community, Discord and everything. Bro, it's tough.
That's cool.
Some young producers that's coming up, they different, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. We're gonna do something like a little this or that.
All right.
So studio in the morning or studio late night?
Studio in the morning. These days, I feel like I got kids, man. I got a family to get to, so I ain't trying to be up in there all night smelling like weed. So studio in the morning, man. Okay. Yeah.
Would you do melody first or drums first?
As of lately, I've been on the drums first. that's the foundation. When I think of like music, I think of it as like layers, like, and the drums felt like it's at the, you know, at the bottom, the foundation of it all.
So, and one artist for an entire album, or you do a compilation with different artists? Which one would you do?
One artist for an entire album. That's just me.
That's okay.
Yeah.
To kind of chime in on just the overall like crafting your sound, how talk about just like the journey to doing that, and like what advice would you give like up and coming artists, producers, just artists, producers as well, in regards to just crafting like their own sound and making it?
I would say crafting your sound, I started with authenticity. So authenticity for me is like, who am I and what do I represent? What's my environment and how can I walk in effortlessly me? For me, that was me being from the West Coast. My inspirations was DJ Quick and Dr. Dre and Battle Cat. So I felt like naturally that's what I attract to. I love musicality, live instruments, but also I like, you know, I love the gangster shit too, to where it make you want to dance. So I just combine that and it just feel like me. It don't feel like I'm reaching too far of something that I'm not. And then, you know, you just put your twist on it to make it unique to yourself. That comes over time. So for me, I would just say, yeah, just dive deeper into what you already are and add your twist to it.
So looking back from where you started, like what's something that you would tell your younger self?
Something that I would tell my younger self?
Before, like once you got into like the music.
When I think about the music business, I think about music and business. So I would say two different things. As far as music, I think about the craftsmanship. So, you know, being 1% better every day, you know, just making sure you put in your 10,000 hours so you can become a master at your craft. And in terms of the business, I would say you can't be afraid to fail, because we all gonna hit a learning curve at the end of the day. And if you want to maximize and monetize, you just got to keep your awareness open and don't let the failure define you. You know, use that as motivation, as a lesson, and learn something to keep going.
And if you had to start over with $100, what would you do?
Damn. $100, can I get 200? And I was like,
I'm opening up a little 200. I can be a little 200 right there.
Man, $200 is like $1 these days. If I had to start over with $200, that's a good question. Damn. I don't know, man. I'll probably go buy a case of water so I can at least flip it to get some, you know, to make some more money. So,
that's
yeah.
You
know, because I feel like it's not enough to really go invest in something. So you got to flip it and keep flipping until you have a goal. Like if you're going to get a laptop or something, like set a mission to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna rack up $800,000, then go get this laptop. Now I can, yeah, you feel me?
Okay, you gonna make that 200, make that
right.
money to make 500 and add 500 and then get that laptop, then I'm see what you. So what advice would you give to like upcoming producers or even like artists that want to get in this game?
Man, I would say one thing that I'm learning now, like I feel like I'm working backwards, but learning how to play an instrument, I think that always added value in any session you step into. Even if it's keys, even if it's just a MIDI keyboard, I think music it has a lineage, you know? It started with live shit first. Like if you go back to Africa, like niggas was actually playing. And I know we have grown into the digital age, but it's something about being able to do something live that just is unduplicatable, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you hear a live guitar, it just feel different.
I kind of want to take it back, like, like for the future, feel about like that AI or conversation and integration into music, especially for producers,
Yeah.
How you feel?
Man, I think AI is the inevitable at this point. So it's like something that we have to adapt to. But my take on it is, you know, it's a tool. So it just depends on how you use it. Like, you can use it to help what's going on, or you can abuse it to where you fucking up shit. So I don't know. I use it to a degree if I can't do something, or if I've done something and I just want to elevate it. So if I play the chords on the keyboard and I want the chords to be some strings, and I feel like AI can make it feel like an orchestra, then I feel like it's cool. But to just lean on it to where you depending on it, that's where I feel like, yeah.
But also too, even like with producers is like something you can use for reference, like drum patterns, melodies and stuff, and then you could kind of recreate that, tweak and stuff just for ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's my take on that with the AI. So
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, it's the feeling. It's not going to be.
Yeah. Because I don't know. But it also like, when I think about shit like auto-tune too, that's kind of that was once looked down upon too. Now it's just ingrained in our culture. But even before T-Pain, you had Roger Troutman. So it's like, shit is going to evolve as we go. I just feel like even T-Pain would say, you still got to know how to sing to use auto-tune. You can't just only, but to each his own, I don't feel like you got to learn how to sing. I just feel like it's a tool.
Shit. I use the shit out of auto-tune.
Me too, shit. We all do. It's a part of our generation now. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Crazy.
Because it's funny that like back then they used to look down upon it. It was a hidden thing. Like big major artists was using auto-tune, and it was like, don't tell nobody. Now we don't give a fuck. Like we use auto-tune.
No, this is auto-tune. It's like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And what you got coming up for yourself? Like, what you been working on?
Man, so I just dropped the album a month ago, so everything is still fresh.
Okay.
But just continuing to do what I love, man. The fact that I'm able to do music and be able to make a living from it, I'm already winning, bro. I just want to continue to do what I love, bro. It's that simple for me.
Any shows?
Yeah, I'm working on a tour for Labor of Love right now, but nothing has been announced yet. But yeah.
So you're gonna have all the artists that's on the project gonna be there?
Oh yeah, for sure. I need them to pop out to at least one of the dates. Yeah.
And the one question I don't think I actually asked you is, so how was it like growing up in LA? How was it like growing up in LA, and what shaped you? Well, I'm gonna ask this again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was it like growing up in LA, and what shaped your sound the most?
What shaped my sound the most? So in LA, I had a unique experience because my family was Jehovah's Witness. So like we didn't really celebrate holidays and things like that. When I step outside of my environment, it's, gangs and people celebrating Christmas. And it felt like I was in my environment, but not of my environment, to the point where it felt like I still have my own mind. And then I had moved out of LA around high school to go live with my dad too, which was like an hour away. So that gave me isolation to where I felt like I could focus on something instead of being distracted by shit that's going on in the community. But outside of that, my dad used to always play Ice Cube and Tupac and DJ Quick. So that's what shaped my sound as like the sonics that I use and just the producer side of me, All
right, y'all. So that's it for today's episode. Till next time, y'all. We are out.